Hi. Yep, starting right off with the is the hair good? Is the hair all right? Can you hear me? It's a completely impromptu, unplanned in any way stream. I don't even have anything planned for this at all except to hang out and chat with you guys and to say thanks for 90,000, which is something that I just noticed had happened earlier today. And I was like, oh, right, I should do things. YouTubers do things. So here I am. I was just up here organizing and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with. Do anybody else have like trade problems? Just not like you have trades and the omnibuses come out and then you pick up the omnibus and you have the trades and like you're not sure what to do with them because that's where I'm at. Yes, thank you very much. We're on our way. Keep on keeping on and keep on going. It's fun. It's been fun. It continues to be fun. I'm decompressing from the Starfire vid and trying to figure out what to do next. And I'm like, I should do something small and little. And then I'm like, no, what if I did an entire something huge, because that's how we roll here. I'm probably going to put these up on, I should wait until they go out of print and then put them up because then people will actually care. Because I do have an eBay page and I have some stuff up, but it's all still in print. So people are like, who even cares? That's the problem. I was actually going to show you some of the comics that I was reading, but I dashed up here to avoid Alvin, my cat. And then so he's down there and I can't go back. So I already successfully locked him out. Also, we are on day 3, 4 of my daughter mostly sleeping through the night. So who knows? This could be a longer stream or this could be 5 minutes because I love that I looked like I was wearing a watch, 5 minutes if she wakes up. So we'll see. Mr. Another, thank you very much. You say congrats. Thank you. It's very, very, it's very surreal, I have to say. I did a video a while back and I mentioned something in the comments about how I can't believe that people watch me. And someone was like, how can you believe that? I'm like, no, it's true though. I feel like it's the disconnect that helps you keep putting out content. Unless you're a narcissist, then it's like, yes, the more people, the better. Oh my goodness. I don't have any, I see that give these to nieces and nephews. I don't have anybody old enough as of yet. I could just donate them, but right now where I am, you can't really go anywhere or do anything. Kids stole my name. I said I was about to slur that all together. The kids stole my name for $4.99. Thank you very much. We love you, Sasha. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love all of you. You guys make this so fun and so rewarding. I just realized I'm shaking the whole thing every time I move. It's just, it's wibbly wobbly, but not timey-wimey. Just wibbly wobbly. I cleaned the back for you guys today. I picked up my hero clicks and I put the box you can see back there. Oh, I can't even point. Is actually my Man from Uncle box. And I just realized the light is blaring right at you. And am I going to do anything about it? Am I? Yes, I am. A professional. That made it so bright. Oh, God. Stop. Just stop. Too bright. I have lights and I'm trying to figure it out. And that made it so much worse that I can't live my life like that. So I can't live like this. Just stop. There we go. Okay. Oh, Randy Johnson for $5. Congrats. 3 hearts. Thank you. Your heart grew 3 sizes. Like the Grinch. Oh. Meow Nyan for $6.99. Thank you very much. Just curious, but have you ever read the Junior J's comics that they have out with those Disney Adventure magazines? No, I can't say that I have. I have not. Are there any? Can anybody vouch for those? Irish Lover 7745, $5. Thank you very much. What is your favorite Batman villain? Oh, too many to count. I love so many villains. I'm trying to find a way to work in. I like some villains who are lame, and sometimes it comes up like oh my God, as I blank, the polka dot man and stuff like that. But there's one villain who's so incredibly useless, but he's gone and done a 180 in my heart because of that. And it's the 10-eyed man. The 10-eyed man is ludicrous. And I need him to have a mini series, basically. Completely. Just absurd, farcical. Give me all of the 10-eyed man content. I remember it was years ago. I was doing one of those lists that was like, oh, like most useless. And I saw and I fell in love with the 10-eyed man. Just the whole premise. No, not the Condiment King. The Condiment King, you know, I think he's got a bit more cred than the 10-eyed man, who doesn't even make sense at all. My goodness. Oh. What am I? Oh my God. You know, initially I had nail polish up here. I was like, I'll do nail polish on the stairs. Like, that's really weird. That's super duper weird. Let's not do that. Let's not turn this into the Twitch IRL chat. Oh man. So there's tons of fun stuff coming out. You know, I actually missed New Comic Book Day this week. I gotta stop shaking. I completely missed it. Just Tuesday came, went, and then Wednesday came, went, and I didn't even know what day it was. And I was like, oh, right, new comics came out this week. I also realized that I've completely forgotten to keep doing the Tom King Batman Catwoman thing, even though I've been reading it. I was like, right, I read it, and I didn't review it. You know, whoops, womp, womp. I'll get to it. Maybe at this point, I'll round it all up at the end. But let me say, it's completely shifted gears. I think we can take the Batman out of the title of that comic, to be honest. We can call it Catwoman and Batwoman because that's really what it is. They tricked they tricked you. Lobi Warsaw for $5. Thank you very much. What a lovely surprise. Congrats on 90K. Thank you. It's good to be able to stream randomly again. It's to the point now where the dream of gaming streams lives once more. I wouldn't do them on here because that would be a lot based on just the types of games that I play. But I'm like, one day I have a dream that I'll be able to play games because I can't do any hobbies just to relax anymore without feeling immense guilt. It's a problem. Like, I can't relax. I could be working. Oh, I was on a podcast recently. I was on the Backtracking podcast, and that's coming out in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about that. Actually, the book I was reading while I was waiting to do it is still here. Has anybody read this one? Anybody? It's so reflecty because I bought it from a library when it was getting rid of it. So, hey, JJ Johnson, welcome to the fanboy stud level. Welcome. Tracy Dale 499, thank you very much. Congrats on 90K. Thank you. We're just gonna keep on keeping on, as they say. Oh, what else? Oh, there's something that I am fighting the urge to order, and I've been fighting it for quite some time, and it's the Rawhead Rex comic from back in the day. I adore Rawhead Rex and just the books of blood in general. It's one of those things that I have them in every format. I have the books, I have the audiobooks, I have Rawhead Rex the movie, even though he disowned it, and I've read the comic, but I need it's so amazing. It's one of those things where I'm like, I could find a way to talk about it, but I would have to censor a lot of things. Patrick Caddy, welcome to the fanboy stud level. You're all fanboy studs. That's what we're doing here, I think. I don't know. Your dad has a signed copy of that? That's so awesome. That's so cool. Just it's one of those adaptations where the art just perfectly encapsulates how Rawhead Rex should look because they couldn't do it for the movie because of all the heavy sexual themes. Oh gosh. Okay, wow. One day I'll have a table that's stable. That should be the first dream. The dream of there's two dreams. Several dreams. Dream of a stable table, the dream of a second camera. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Who else was here for that? Irish Lover 7745, welcome to the fanboy stud level. So many fanboys. It's great because we do behind the scenes stuff, and it helps with the voting for the comic book club, which is coming out Next week, we're going to do the stream on the Confessor. And I was told that apparently it's no longer on Comixology, which fills me with so much sadness because it was last time I checked. And I was like, why would you remove the magic? Why would you take it off? I don't understand. The world needs to experience Astro City and the Confessor. I'm so sad that they took that off. That really sucks. But we're going to talk about it anyway. It's going to be cool. And maybe you can join me in the quest of hunting things down on the internet like I'm doing with Rawhead Rex. Tracy Dale, $4.99. Oh, thank you again. Also love the wig tonight. And yay to maybe some Let's Play some point. Thank you. I really like this one. This one, and this one was on sale, and I just really enjoy it. I even wore it for the podcast, even though I will not be seen. And I was like, I don't care. It's like, I know that I look good, and that's what matters. Oh, I tried a terrible eye makeup thing today. I was like, oh, I'll get glam for the stream. And I tried, there's this new thing you can do where you put the eyeliner on the top here as well and the bottom. And I tried it and it was a disaster. It was one of the most disastrous things that has ever happened. See, I've taken off my glasses and now you can see how tired I am. The glasses hide it. The glasses hide the tiredness. That's really what they're for, to hide the fact that I never sleep and I need to sleep more. Yes. Irish Lover 7745 for $5. Thank you very much. How did you miss New Comic Book Day? I had so much stuff going on. I was deep in the Starfire edit because that one it took a while to edit, but I'm glad. I'm really happy with how it turned out. But I had to take notes and bookmark the pages, and you're hopping back and forth on Comixology and just madness. Mike Burtner for $10. Thank you very much. Are you into Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics? Your insight and zeal for the medium make me think yes. I have not heard of that. I'm going to confess something. I don't watch a lot of comic book content on YouTube. When I come onto YouTube, I watch stuff that's completely, I'm very much the Monty Python, and now for something completely different. Like, that's me. The things I watch are so random, like pastel clothing hauls, even though I don't wear pastel clothing. Bartender mixes, even though I don't have any of the ingredients inside of my house. It's just quality content that in no way has anything to do with me, like normal people do. Isn't that's what the internet's for? Looking at hobbies that you yourself do not participate in. I think. James McClure for $5. Thank you very much. I love your lectures, especially when you go back in time to dissect the older stuff. Sleeping on Transmetropolitan? I'm not, but I'm busy with other things. Wolfbeal 99 for $3. Thank you very much. So I am planning a massive, I already told you about it, so it's not like, I'm committing to it by saying it out loud, but I already also posted about it. Vigilante. I am loving my reread of Vigilante so much. I think it's just a really solid book, and I can't wait to talk about it. I might have to break it up though, because it's a 50 issue run. So I'm like, to cover the 50 issues and his intro and the stuff after, I'm like, maybe I should introduce him, then do the 50 issues, because there's so much to unpack in those issues. A lot happens. They're not light. I mean, by issue 2, it's already like, I quit, but I'm not quitting. By issue 2, it's like, I've gone too far, but I'm back to it by the end. Oh, somebody said something about DCU Infinite. No, because you can't get it up here in Canada, the foreign land of Canada. You can't. You have to get a VPN, and I just don't have one. I don't have extra money to throw away on a VPN. Like, it's just not worth it. There are too many kids' clothes and stuff to buy to be doing that. Yeah, I guess I should say Vigilante too, because the first Vigilante is Cowboy Vigilante. But yes. So many fun things to talk about. Once you get off the train of like trying to keep up with everything, it's liberating. You're free to talk about whatever comics you want. It's been an interesting time. I'm also very, very close to launching merch, which is very exciting. I'm finalizing the paperwork and all of that stuff, and that will be happening very, very soon. Mr. Another, $5. Thank you very much. Would you consider doing a video on Razorline Comics or Manifest Destiny series? I consider all things all the time. Meow Nyan, this is 99. Thank you very much. What YTV PJ defined your childhood, and what are some Canadian TV shows that you really liked/watched often? I had no cable, so I did not have YTV. So none of them. Whatever ones I could like cobble together on my little, antenna, when you could still antenna things and get them that way. I guess Canadian things. I liked polka dot shorts a lot, and Pokeroo and all of those things when I was really little. Pokeroo was where it was at. And Round the Twist they aired here, but that's not our thing. We just aired a lot of British and Australian shows up here that I also enjoyed. Round the Twist was awesome. Dodger5277 for $10. Thank you very much. I was gotten into comics by being given a box of them, which I still have. Secret Society of Supervillains number 13 was one of the first comics. It was great to see it mentioned. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love hearing that when people are like, this is a comic that I had. This is like the first thing I ever read. I think that's so awesome. I love hearing people's first comic book stories, especially because I feel like they're always so interesting and they're all different. And I really, really love that. So yes, keep telling me the comic book stories. I love hearing about them. Lobby Warsaw, thank you. It seems like big budget TV shows are even more hype than movies these days. That being said, which comic or comic character deserves a full TV show? I want a show based on the Bat family. I mean, that would be fun. But for me, like, if you've been here a while, which a lot of you have been, I'm adaptations. I like them, but I can also take or leave them. And I love comics to shine on their own. That being said, is there any character who I'm like dying, like, oh, I would love to see that? Not so much. I mean, I'll take what they give or don't give. I mean, I was watching Resident Alien, and that is such a bizarre adaptation. It is an adaptation in name only, because wow, they are two completely different. Sometimes that really works, and I can't tell if it worked here or not. It's like they bought the name and we're like, okay, and now we're going to do something else entirely. That would be an interesting comparison, just because they are so amazingly different. I see some of you giving your shows. Yeah, tell me what shows you want to see, because I'm sure that there are stronger feelings on your front. Hey, welcome, Dr. Krunkenstein. I love your name, by the way. That's so great. Oh. I'm just going through the lexicon of characters. I'm like, something that I actually wanted that got canceled, that I feel that nobody else really cared about, was that Trench movie that James Wan wanted to do, because he wanted to make Aquaman way scarier than it actually was. And you can see that in the Trench sequence as it's shot. And I love that sequence, and I like James Wan's horror movies. And the sea is horrifying, and you can do so much there. And I think that would have been really interesting. I mean, I know it's way out of a limb and like super niche, but I would have watched it, James. I would have been there. You would have had my $12, or I guess if it's direct to your house, $30. Ooh, The Question. That's a good idea. The Question as like a noir or neo-noir show would be amazing. I would love that. I would love to watch a Question show. Although every time I think about The Question now, I think about the Huntress series I have over there, where he's all like, it's not the answer, it's the question. It's so amazingly lame, and I love it. And I'm like, yes, Vic. Please spew all of the quotes at me. I've got to paranoidly check my parents, like my parenting app now, to make sure. I've got to make sure that everything is all good down below. Things look good down below. Oh, the future of technology, being able to check into the room from anywhere. Oh my gosh. A Sandman Mystery Theater. Well, I mean, Moon Knight's actually happening, so we don't need to worry about that, because it's actually happening. Christopher, I love the flying pair. That's so great. I love the flying pair so much. Thank you. It's a super pair. It's a super pair. Oh, hi, Dylan. Imagine seeing the question's face on a TV show. I feel like you could do some really cool stuff with the mask these days. Like, it would be really interesting to see what they could do, or it could look horrible. But I mean, I feel like the no face thing is something that's been going on for quite a while. So you can pull it off. I'm always happy to see it, though. Like, there are some designs that just work and they are, I think interesting every time, or just reach that iconic status. Like, Geiger used a design like that was basically Blight from Batman Beyond, which is basically Dr. Phosphorus. So I mean, it's just a good design. Some designs just, work. Irish Lover 7745. Titanic is a horror movie. Changed my mind. How long do you think it'll be before the Titanic will like pass out of the lexicon of pop culture? Because I thought it was gone, and then I read the Victor and Nora book that I have back there, and it was like, no, we're still talking about this. This is still relevant. And I was like, that's both comforting and surprising. JJ Johnson for $5. Thank you very much. Aging myself, but the Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man blowing my mind when it came out. Yes, I've been into comics that long. I love that crossover. That was the first video I ever made on my channel, was about that comic. And it was also so good to see where that out of context meme for Spider-Man came from, with the whole like it's so hard thing. I was like, I found it. It's always so great when you've seen a panel and you're not sure where it comes from and you find it. You feel very accomplished, even though it's such a little achievement. It's just like, yes, I know something. I know things. It's always so good. That feeling where you're like, you've achieved like ultra nerd mode. You're like, I know a thing and I need to tell the people that thing. I love the crossovers. Some of the crossovers are quite interesting, but I don't know why they all decided to equate like Peter Parker and Jimmy Olsen, which I think is funny because my voices for the two of them are so similar, but I'm like, they're actually very, very different characters. I'm gonna get more of a differentiation between them because I think I want to do more Jimmy comics, just because that comic was so funny and so fun, and I just more Jimmy. Jimmy turning into things, Jimmy getting superpowers. Just I love it. I love Jimmy Olsen comics. Oh, hello, greetings back to New Mexico. Where is everybody watching from tonight, and what time is it? Let me know. I love hearing where all of you are from and hailing from. Jimmy Olsen's show. I need to be reined in. Because I'm like, there was a time when I was like super into Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, which I still am, but like just obsessed with it for a period where I'm like, every single episode could be Lois all of the time. Ooh. Oh, wow. Nigeria. That's awesome. UK, New York, Puerto Rico, Australia. What time is it in Australia? Midwest evening. I love how you say that. That's like, the cold open to something. Midwest evening. It was raining. I've been reading a lot of noir comics also, but I don't know. I read Fatal. Have any of you read Fatal? And I powered through the whole thing, and then I got to the ending, and I was kind of like, and I don't know, when it peters out at the end like that, it's so, or at least when you perceive it to, it can be so disappointing and hard to make yourself reread it. But I mean, I have comics that I don't like and that I keep, and that maybe someday I'll like it. That's the hope. There's one actually in the frame right now. I can see it sitting there being like, why don't you like me? And I'm like, many reasons, but I'm trying. John Carpasso for $5. Thank you very much. Congratulations from New York City on 90,000. I can't read. 90,000 subscribers. Would you want to see an animated adaptation of Harleen? Only if the art was similar. I love the story, but I also love it coupled with Stepan's art. And so I would love to, but I would actually like to see Sunstone or one of the other things adapted more. That would be really fun to see as well, just because there's so much Harley content out there. And I feel that people are getting a bit burnt out. At least I see it on my end when I do like a Harley thing. People are like, no, boo, punchline is the new hotness. or whoever else, just no more. We can't take it anymore. I'm still picking up that trade of Harley Quinn, black, white, and red when it does come out. I'm a sucker for those monochromatic color things. I posted about it on Kofi that if you just, I know it's just like to save ink and stuff, but if you put just the black and white, the monochromatic, and then one color, I'm there. I love it. I'm a sucker for that. When I used to edit weddings, I would love when the couple would want that. They're like, can you just desaturate it and leave just red? And I'd be like, can I? James McClure, thank you very much. Instead of another superhero TV show, what if they made a comedy based on the Mighty Marvel bullpen? Lawsuits everywhere. Can you imagine? People would get so upset about the depictions. I can already see it now. Like, that's not accurate. That's not how that happened. Sue. Or even, just like the drama that would explode like online. Oh my God. I don't know if I want it to happen or not happen. It sounds like it would be a disaster. The real world dramedy things can get into interesting territory, like Feud, that show about Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. Like that was interesting to watch. I watched the whole thing. So I'd definitely be there watching it. So there's that. They've got one viewer, but I will watch pretty much anything. You know what I forgot about again, by the way, that I just remembered? The vote. The DC round robin. I forgot about it again. Wow. They've got to market that better. Patrick Caddy, $20. Thank you very much. Congrats on 90K. Read the fried pickle noir. Also, I've been binging your content. I never knew who the Clayface was with the helmet till your episode. Yay. I'm glad. I'm not even done with Clayface. I have scripted the next Clayface, serial killer Clayface 7, who we are up to. So there is more Clayface out there in the world. Don't worry. There's more coming. I'm going to have to pronounce it differently, not because I'm a prude, because YouTube will hurt me. As for $3, thank you very much. I need to know the comic that you're scorning. It would take so long. It would take so long. I'm going to have some friends on in like a month or so, and we can organize Zoom things and things are more open and like organized and whatever. And I'm sure they'll see it in the back and they'll roast me because they know. They know. Dr. Krunkenstein. Would another run for the Authority or maybe another Kingdom Come, maybe Aftermath series be something that would be good? It would totally depend on who wrote it and the angle they came at it from. I feel like that with everything. Like it totally depends on how it's approached because unless you have a good idea or like a good concept for it, then it's gonna flop. Charles. Hello, Charles. Thank you very much. Loved your crossover with Watchtower Database. Any other comic book YouTubers you'd want to work with? Oh, it was super fun collabing with them. It was good. It was a long time working. Like it was good, but it's hard for me to collaborate with people just because everything up here is super locked down and childcare and all kinds of stuff. So it's something that I like doing, but I'll probably have to wait for a little bit. David Easterly. Hello, welcome. Congrats on the 90K. Are you hyped for the Batman Long Halloween animated adaptation? I don't know. Those adaptations have taken to just changing things at random, and they've hurt me before. So I'll wait and see. I will reserve judgment until I see it, because of course I'm going to watch it. But some of the adaptations I've really loved, and sometimes the changes are fine because, not everything needs to be the same. But lots of the changes they've made to some of them, I've just been like, why? I don't understand your logic. Space Dragon's Ale for $3.99. Message retracted. What was it? I need to know. Thank you very much. Like redacted. Aaliyah Lytle. Why isn't the DC round robin actually about the Robins? Missed opportunity, in my opinion. That whole thing has engendered so many different feelings, but at the same time, so many people don't even know it's happening. So I feel it is very much not the best marketing tool. And also it's like there's a very specific type of person who's on social media. Like there are so many people who watch my channel who are like, I've never even heard of this. And I know they read comics all the time. So it's like you're going to get a very interesting sample base out of it. But again, like how else would you put it out there? It's one of those things that I find it fascinating. I find it very fascinating to observe. I know some people have very strong, passionate feelings about it. Me, not so much, but I do enjoy watching it unfold and observing it, and also observing all of the feelings that it's engendering. Like maybe one day it'll be worthy of like a retrospective of what happened with the DC round robin. Let us observe. Also, we'll see what wins. Again, I haven't even been paying attention. I could go there right now, but I'm not that motivated. Space Dragon Zale. Do you know who DC's Bulleteer is? Like, I swear I'm the only person who knows who she is. I do know who she is. You're not alone. There are so many characters that like deserve to be talked about. I kind of want to talk about the Ray just because of his ludicrous costume. Of course, like Black Condor, because Raised by Condors is the most hilarious origin of all time that people need to know about. Harry Schlitz, I think I said that right. Congrats 90K. How about a breakdown the history of Hawkman? One day. That's gonna be quite an endeavor. That's gonna take some time. Like the first hour-long video on the channel, the history of Hawkman. Hawkmen, Hawk World, Hawk War. Jack Houston, you said that some of the anime adaptations have hurt you before. Which ones have you liked? Okay, well, let's go down the list. Like, what ones have there been? I really actually liked Justice League, the first adaptation of the Justice League, the New 52 one, not Throne of Atlantis, but War or whatever one it was. I really enjoyed that one. I'm trying to remember. I didn't care too much for Hush. I like The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns was actually, I think, pretty well handled. That one I liked. Superman Red Sun, like in between-ish. They were doing that kind of like their own little like universe for a bit. I liked that. So History of Wolverine. Oh my God. Because he's Canadian from Canada. Represent. Oh, History of Invincible. That would be, there's a YouTuber who I've seen who is doing all the Invincible content. I know that they love Invincibles. There's like, finally, my time is now. That's the thing about when some of these series pop off and like you've been there caring from the beginning. It's like, yes, now is my time. Glasses come off, his shirt opens. I know all of the useless details that the world has been dying to know. I'm always so happy when I see that for somebody and you know that they're actually a fan of it and you're like, yay. Irish Lover 7745. Red Sun was awesome as a motion comic. I'm a big fan of some motion comics out there. It can be very fun. Mikhail Natas, thank you very much. I just wanted to put it out there. Your hair and outfits are always so on point. Did you go to school for fashion design? No, I did not. I'm glad you guys think they're on point because I really don't. I just throw together, what works, what I think works. I'm glad you also think that it's working. It's fun. I enjoy it very much. Tim Ross, thank you very much. Did you ever encounter the Marvel title Omega the Unknown? It has super weird experimental late 70s vibe. No, I did not. That sounds interesting, though. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write down Omega the Unknown. I feel like you have to say it that way, too. Omega the Unknown. Hailing from the depths? I don't know. I don't even know if he hails from the depths. Making up my own backstory right now for people. There's so many wigs that I want. I need to curb myself. I have a real problem. No one needs as many wigs as I have. I also went through a midlife crisis and bought several crop tops. I don't know if some of you remember, like a while ago, months ago, I was like, crop tops, not here for it. And now, no, I guess I was like, I'm turning 31, buy all the crop tops. So now I'm wearing, this one's a crop top. It's just crop top central right now. I'm going to be that mom in a crop top. We are Penn State 76. Thank you very much. It's weird seeing you live. It's like, I didn't think you were real. By the way, what do you think about the new Miracle Molly character in Batman? Oh, people want me to do a video on Miracle Molly. I'm leaning towards it. I kind of like the design. I do enjoy that James Tynion because I've listened to him pronounce his own name. So now I'm in the know. I do like that he's very interested in moving the mythos forward and creating all kinds of new characters rather than just looking back. Like, it's fun to look back, but it's also fun to expand the mythos. And I like seeing people try and bring new stuff into it. Like, whether it sticks or not, time will tell, but it's cool to see, people like, I will expand this. That was one of the things about the Tom King run. I felt that it looked back a bit more than I would like, whereas this is looking forward. Also, why revisit the slap? I mean, Batman like slapped dick like, all those years ago after Jason died. And then people keep coming back to it. I'm like, why? Leave that moment alone. That moment was horrible. Please stop coming. Tim, backhand right across the face. Just, why? Why? No, I don't want it. I'm like, nobody wants it. And it's like, no, you can't say that. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere who was like, this is the character arc that we need and deserve. Don't say the crop top is dying. Don't say that. I just jumped on. You can't tell me that. No, you can't tell me that. It's don't no. James Perez, thank you very much. I loved you in crossover, especially the characters you choose to be in it. You mentioned Blue Snowman. Did you hear their No, I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. Oh, I'm not up to date on the news. I'm glad sometimes you guys leave comments and they catch me up, which is good. I appreciate it. I love comments where you like just are talking about news that's happening, or also when you recommend some of your favorite issues. That's very fun because sometimes I have not read them and it's great to be like, oh, that's a thing I want to read. I very much enjoy that. Dodger 5277. Why can't I talk tonight? Hey, in college I read a lot of FemForce. They're cheesecakey. I was a 20-ish guy. I just wondered if you knew of them from AC Comics. I do. I know a lot of the cheesecakey ones. I know of the cake. I was actually looking into picking up some of the Barbarella like stuff, like old school Barbarella the other day. I love Barbarella very much. Lobi Warsaw, what's a comic that you would love that no one else would want? I want a Hulk/Wolverine comic where they hang out with their kids. I would seriously, in all seriousness, I would love Doll Man to come back and get a series. When I was doing that retrospective, I felt that there was so much amazing potential there, and I really genuinely enjoyed his stories and the tone of them. So I would either love to have a new series or have those re-released, like remaster those, digitize those, omnibus those. I really, really liked a lot of them, and I think more people would if they were given the chance to see some of them. Some of them were really, really cool. He went on some bizarre adventures, and they were amazing, and they were everything too. It was like neo-noir, supernatural, whatever. Dollman's here for it. He'll do anything. Russell Archer, man, you grow so fast. Zap Rossdower won't stop asking. Just one question, Sasha. Power Girls or hundreds of abdominals? What does that mean? Oh, abs. Oh, I get what you're asking. That took me a minute. Why can't we have both? Why can't we have... That was like shoo, shoo, shoo for a minute there. Wow, that's sad. Oh man, it's always so sad, when somebody makes like an obvious joke or statement and you're just like, whoo, and everybody else gets it. Sad time. Sad times in the attic. I took a picture for Instagram up here and someone left a comment that made me laugh very, very hard. They were like, I can't wait until someone lets you out of there. And I looked on my Instagram. I was like, wow, I do take most of my pictures up here in this room, but it's because this is my workspace. And I'm like, why? What else would you want to see in my house? Like, I don't know how people come up with, I admire like Instagram people. I know people like roast them, but I really admire them. It's a grind to come up with constant content and constant things to post. Like I see them posting all these things. I'm like, I can't even think of what to post most of the time. So congratulations. Keith Sherwin, heard of Little Victory. Love to hear your opinion. No, I have not. Let's see. Malcolm Harris, thank you very much. Any chance to review my graphic novel? Have you sent it to me? What is it? Tell me about it. Tell me what it is. Don't leave me in suspense. I need to know. I like to hear about things. I love talking about like indie stuff as well. You got to pace it out though for the algorithm, but it's totally worth it because there's just so much coming out that it's so easy to miss. I know that some people say that they find indies much easier to get into because they don't have all of the intense like backstory that the big North American two over here do. But I don't know. I find it sometimes overwhelming just because there's so much. And sometimes it's not clear like how long it's going to go and all of that jazz. So St. Lugia for $2. Thank you very much. Odds of a Silver Age Zatanna origin video. Odds? I don't know. I mean, Is me wanting to? The odds? Let me check. I've got to check the app again. Paranoid. Paranoid up here. Paranoid up in here. Okay. My husband's on the case. Graduator 14, thank you very much. Do you have a wig for every color of the spectrum? For example, if you're pissed off one day, do you wear a red wig and channel the Red Lantern Corps? No, I pretty much just pick one that matches, or I feel like matches whatever shirt I'm going to be wearing that day. So that's pretty much how it rolls. Or just, if I just see one that I like or feel like wearing, or is close to the top of where I'm keeping them at that point. So yeah, it's not really emotion based. Although people say I act differently when I'm wearing certain ones. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Like sometimes like different hair gives you like a different tude. So it's entirely possible. Hey, Zach, I see you. Zach, why didn't you correct me for when I said the center of your painting was like Dollvan and it was actually Hal Jordan on the ground? You can roast me. It's okay to roast me for being completely oblivious. I was so tired. There was a week where like my daughter was just not sleeping and I was so tired. I didn't want to mention it because people would just be like, it's excuses. But like in Zatanna, poor Stefan Rue, I called him Stephanie. I wrote it in the script and everything. And I watched it over, reread, and I was like, yep, sounds legit. And then I was like, oh, Stefan, I'm so sorry. And now it's out there for the world. I'm like, I will find another comic that you have drawn just so I could like say Stefan and then bring it back to that and be like, this is Stefan. It happens though. It happens. Sometimes you I don't know, but for me at least, sometimes you transpose, like letters or fill it in. And like, it's to the point where like, you just mentally feel like, okay, Art Germ, for example, for years, I said Art Gem. I was following Art Germ on DeviantArt and everything for years. And I just like, did not see the R ever. It was only years later that somebody was like, oh, Art Germ. And I was like, oh my God. And it was like one of those moments where like all the like in a thriller, like all the lines connected, like you see all the flashbacks and like the R slowly fades into view. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I know I've said this name out loud to people, Oh, Alia Little, have you seen / read the Batman manga from the 60s? Yes. And I would love to keep talking to all of you, but parent life awaits. I have received the cue that my daughter is awake. So I just wanted to come on, say thank you so much and hang out with you. And I look forward to seeing you, all of you can make it, next week, because we're going to do the comic book club. And of course, there's more content, more things coming soon. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me and just listening to me ramble. We'll do it again at some point. But now I need to go and parent. And also thank you, Andrew Augustus. You're more than welcome. Thank you. Have a good night, day, and all of those things. I'm going to go be a mom now. So bye. Bye.